Neuschwanstein Castle, the reality of building fantasy. Let's take a look. Willkommen! My name is Sean Huggins and this is React with Hugs.
I want to see how he reacts when he thinks no one's watching.
I can't help it if he's weird.
He's American.
He's going crazy with that work.
Everybody reacts differently.
I think he's weird, but that's me.
He's American, you know.
Welcome to React with Hugs. Let's take a look at today's comment of the day. So today's comment of the day comes from Barbara Ives 5751 and they say, "This is beautiful." Wow. I'm assuming you're talking about me. Probably not. Speaking of beautiful, I think we have a great reaction video planned for today. So today we're taking a look at Schloss Neuschwanstein and specifically the reality of building fantasy. Now, I've been here. I've been to Schloss Neuschwanstein and it is, well, I did a vlog on it. I'll link the vlog down in the description. You can check it out. It's on my vlog channel. It's a tourist trap. I said it. Hot take. It's a tourist trap. It's not worth it. At least not worth going inside. Going to the outside of it, the surrounding area, Füssen, the town that's right near it, nice to go to. Nice to go around the outside of it. To go inside, tourist trap. Absolute tourist trap. Like I said, you could check out the vlog of the whole thing on my vlog channel. That'll be linked in the description. But I'm assuming that we're going to find out more about what it took to build this little wonder of the world here. So let's find out together, I guess. Los geht's!
Of Bavaria in southern Germany sits a castle that was built to inspire fantasy. But to construct this breathtaking building in such a unique location, the team faced harsh realities.
Let's see. Schloss Neuschwanstein. Wow. Very nice looking. It reminds me of
Ludwig II
Disneyland.
was king of Bavaria for 22 years between
Bro, did they not have combs back in the day? Dude has bedhead something serious right now.
1864 and 1886,
Damn.
ascending to the throne when he was just 18 years old. In 1866, Bavaria, allied with Austria, lost a war with Prussia, and Ludwig lost his status as a sovereign ruler. A year later, he began planning the construction of a kingdom where he could feel like a real king. Ludwig II's father owned Hohenschwangau Castle nearby, and Ludwig had spent much of his early life growing up there, exploring the surrounding trails and lookout points. One of those features was Jugend.
That makes sense.
Narrow mountain.
That castle, Ludwig's dad's castle, I guess, is right next to the location of Schloss Neuschwanstein. So that makes total sense.
Ridge that the ruins of two small castles sat on. It was here that Ludwig planned Neuschwanstein, his grand home.
Alright, let's see. Dude, it has to be hard to get materials up there.
The new castle began in 1868, with demolition and clearance of the existing ruins, and an 8-metre excavation into the stone outcrop, creating space for foundations. A critical new access road up the mountain was completed in 1869, and the castle's foundation stone, complete with building plans, portraits of Ludwig, and coins from his reign, was laid on the 5th of September.
Cool.
Building such an ornate structure, perched along the sheer cliffs of the outcrop, was extremely difficult. At the time, the construction team were making use of the latest building techniques, including cement for the foundations. The walls were formed with brick, clad with light-coloured limestone. Steam engines drove cranes, powering the stone and masonry materials up the mountainside to the construction site.
Damn.
The gateway building was the first section to be completed, topping out in June 1872.
The gateway building looks a lot different from the rest of the castle in terms of aesthetics.
A few months later, Ludwig began living in this part of the castle, overseeing the works.
Oh wow,
Construction of the main palace started that September.
While it was under
Despite
construction.
what were then advanced construction techniques, the works progressed slower than anticipated. The challenging site was compounded with ever more extravagant changing designs from the king and impossible deadlines that often forced his architects and engineers to work 24 hours a day. As the years went by, Ludwig increasingly withdrew from human contact and the realities of constitutional monarchy. He created a detached fantasy world around himself and became practically nocturnal. His behaviour impacted on the engineering plans for his new home, even driving the use of a steel frame to make an elaborate new throne room possible. His passion for Richard Wagner inspired much of his architectural vision. Behind the ornate interior, the castle was fitted out with telephones, hot air central heating and running water. considerably modern
Yeah.
touches
All the strappings of modern society.
at the time.
Telephones.
The structure was topped out
Telephones.
in January
Crazy.
1880, and Ludwig began living in the main palace from 1884, whilst the fit-out works continued. The king's increasingly peculiar behaviour led his government to plot a coup against him, assembling psychiatrists who'd never met him to sign a report declaring that he was insane.
Oh,
Against Ludwig's will, he was
Damn.
taken from Neuschwanstein in June 1886 and held at Berg Castle near Munich. He was
what?
found dead in Lake Starnberg the next day, alongside one of the psychiatrists, never seeing his castle completed.
Damn. Oh, damn. I didn't know he got freaking offed like that. That's crazy. Damn.
Shortly after the king's death, the palace was opened to the public. The fantasy-inspired creation in such a breathtaking setting quickly became popular.
Oh, you can see his dad's castle. His dad's castle is that little guy over there in the distance. Yeah, it's very nice. The gate looks a lot different from the rest of it, which is kind of weird. It looks like it was renovated or something, but I don't know if it actually was or not. But it looks very different because it's red brick and the rest is like white stone.
Neuschwanstein was finally completed in 1892 and has gone on to become one of the most visited.
It was
and
never
photographed
completed.
castles
What are you
in the
talking
world.
about?
Its presence is notable throughout
Tourist
popular
trap.
culture,
I'm still
appearing
upset
in
about
numerous
that.
films and paintings. Today, the structure draws crowds of up to 6,000 people a day in summer months, which is particularly impressive given its remote location. Maintenance is an ongoing task. The castle's highly exposed setting has weathered the limestone facades, with
Oh,
work
crap.
ongoing to
Look at
repair
that.
them. The foundations are also carefully monitored, and the sheer rock walls have to be repeatedly secured. Despite the tough realities of its construction in Ludwig's reign and its maintenance today, Neuschwanstein is undoubtedly one of the world's most impressive and well-known castles.
Yeah,
The bridge
I
between
mean,
our real world and the make-believe.
it's still
that
amazing
continues to
looking from the
inspire
outside.
imagination. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to share it with a friend. And to
I
get
did
more
enjoy
from the
this
Definitive
video.
channel for construction, subscribe to the B1M.
Dude, the castle is maybe the coolest castle I've ever seen with my own two eyes in person from the outside. But if you go on the inside, it's literally like 2 or 3 rooms. The whole castle is like 2 or 3 rooms. And then the tour is over and you paid a bunch of money to see 2 or 3 rooms and it's not complete. The inside isn't complete. It's just the outside that's completed. It's a freaking tourist trap. You got to watch the vlog that I did. Like I said, I'll link it down below, but it is one of my favorite places that I've ever been to because you're in the mountains, you're in the Alps, which is already one of my favorite things. And then you have this beautiful castle, which is another one of my favorite things. And it's beautiful. It's amazing from the outside. Just stay on the outside. But at any rate, I'm curious. Have any of you guys ever gone to Schloss Neuschwanstein? And if so, what do you think? Do you think that it was worth the money for the tour? Do you think that it is overhyped? Or do you think it's underwhelming? Do you think it's a tourist trap? Or do you think it's underrated? I don't know. Let me know down in the comments below. At any rate, though, that's all the time that I have for today. Thank you guys so much for being here. And as always, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.